Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Come on, man. What's going on? You good? See how they be playing games? Okay, let's get to it. Know that this is a space for learning and getting learned up. Know that this is a space for educating and being educated. Know that this is a space for conversation. Comments and concerns, questions and answers. This is a space of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Know that this is a space of justice, a space of love. This is your space. A space of queens and queen comrades. A space for masters, militant men. A space of integrity and intelligence. A space where we are working on a united path towards what? True liberation. As my classroom assistants come on in, please keep all contact information in the chat. For the duration and throughout the class, please keep all funding information. Hashtags, green screens, apps with cash pals that pay, unions that are Western, grams with money, red cups, blue cups, I-21 cups, coffee cups, okay, the squeegee man cups, the squeegee man pockets, the pastor's pockets, the funeral director's pockets. Yeah. Give them up. Get them up, Rev. Funeral director, pass that for I put you on your back pockets. Yeah. Look, it's a war going on outside. Ain't that right, Kenya? It's a war going on outside. Ain't that right, Nigeria? It's a war going on outside. Ain't that right, Iran? Keep putting the press on. It's a war going on outside. Houston, Atlanta. It's a war going on outside. Brooklyn, Bronx. It's a war going on outside. B-More, Oakland, LA. It's a war going on outside. Fund the war effort. If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, please book an assessment. Don't wait until it's too late. Yeah, don't wait until you're getting stomped out by the youngins for talking slick. Don't wait until you cuffed up. Officer, hey, officer, yo, pass me my phone. Nah, it's too late. Don't wait until HR is giving you a pink slip. Yeah, don't wait until, HR is giving you a pink slip. Okay? It's too late. Don't wait until you're getting kicked out of the PTA. Book an assessment. If you or anybody you know is in need, of a domestic violence intervention, book an assessment. Stop sending each other outside with stakes on your eye, like Fred Flintstone in them. Stop sending each other outside with speed knots and eye jammies, bloody noses and busted lips, wrists twist up, okay? Hips and all that, grits and all that, okay? Cut it out. Stop embarrassing the kids and embarrassing the rest of the family. Book an assessment. If you or anybody you know is in need of an intimate relationship abuse consultation and or counseling, book an assessment. Learn the warning signs, the behaviors that should alarm you, characters and characteristics that should heighten your awareness level. Listen now. Past traumas, people, events, incidents, places, conversations that should have your alertness levels on 1,000. Remember, with this information, okay, the life that you save could be your own. Peace and power, what's going on? Y'all know, no matter how late it was, y'all know, no matter how late it was, I had to get on and address this. We just talked about Grippergate. We just talked about fraternities. We just talked about the onslaught of black men, gender bending, and the industry, and capitalism. We just spoke about it. So goddamn it, here we are again. Somebody tag Roland Martin. Tag him, tell him to bring his 2 fingers, ask the class. Somebody tag homeboy, Syndee Star, tag homie. Tell him to come to class from wherever he at, the receiving room, which I call it out of town. Because we call it the booking. Yeah, we call it the bullpen. Yeah. Put it on TV in the bullpen. Somebody call that damn what you call it? What a funeral director. Yeah. Another pre-transit thing. Yeah. Tag him, Houston. Tag Houston, Texas. Okay. Y'all call it the holding tank. Yeah. I forgot Cube said that. Yeah. Now your name just torn. Yeah. Tag him in the holding tank. Somebody tag David Banner. Yeah, because Nolan Wells' name is getting weak on these YouTube streets. Like I told you, could have been a psyop. Why is he permed out? Yeah. So tag David Banner and tag that photographer, Stephen Williams. Yeah, tell him to bring his ass to class. Yeah. Yup. And while you're at it, tag your classmates. Yeah, especially the classroom assistants. Yeah, tag them. Tell them to bring their ass to class. Okay? Yeah. And get your screen recording on. Yeah, get your screenshots. See the buddy love? Yeah. Get it on. Yeah, because we got some things to discuss. Yeah, that's what we talking about. Look. This is what we do here. So put down your little drinky drink. Yeah, cap it up. Put your tweeds down. Get out of the dispensaries. Yeah. Especially if you're in Texas. Yeah. Y'all ass better not get caught with near gram. Okay? Let's see who's in class. Chris. Hey. 215 Philly in the building. I hope we can help you heal. Yeah, you first in class. Yeah. While you grieving, much appreciated. Woo, what? Class 55 for class. You second in class with a 55. The E. Blandon in the building. 1, 2, 3. Y'all shiny for me. Indigenous Warriors, what's going on? Angel, what up? Hood Scented Highlights, what up? Bam Woods, Philly. Deep already. Down, what up? Down. Philip Boone up in here. What up? Lovely lady. Frankie Fizz, East New York. Yeah, with the boo-boo. Yeah. We see you, Kid Williams. What up? What? Max, 55 for Max. 55 for Max. E-Chalk. What up? The River Walkers up in here. Eric Carlos, we see you. Snoop. What up? Yeah. Give my green apples. Peace, almighty. Yeah. What's going on? Mr. Strictly and Gang and the brand. God damn it, y'all see it? In the building. LA in the house. The set is up in here. What's going on? Charles, what up? What up? Philly in the building. What up? Huh? Who making happen radio? What up? Boom. NFNT, we see you. What's going on? Dust Fro, what up, Dust Fro? Boy, Geechee, yeah, we see you. Wait a minute, damn it. Hold on, y'all going too fast. What up? Yeah. What? Wakey, what up? Yeah, we see you. Yeah. Who else is up in here? Flying Heart Rick, what up? Yeah. Who else? Yeah, let's get it, damn it. Polo, what up? Oh, man. Lord, what up there, Philly D? I got to get to Philly this summer. Yeah, we going to Philly. We all gonna hang out, go to the South Philly, to the old town sneaker store. They still got Deodoras and shit out there. Yeah, we going out there deep. Yeah, we going out there. What up? Who that? Huh? Mark Milliner, what up, baby? You got it. Hold on, baby. We there. Don't worry about that. The system gonna do what it's gonna do. Huh? What up, Frank? Yeah, what up? Yeah, you know it. Stony, what up? Mississippi, what up, Stony? You better have your hammer with you. Ha ha. Yeah, we got to do a lot of that coming up, boy. Huh? Yeah, T-Mac, what up? Huh? What up, boy? What up? Yeah. Yeah, haircuts are $60. Shit, they cost $1 up here, baby. Yeah. Uh-huh. Amir, what up? Peace, what up? Vitamin Vision TV, what up, what up? Angel, what up? Hold up, who that? Who that? Dumb God, what up? I see you. Long story short, what up? God damn it, God damn it. My messenger, what up? What? Williamson, 55. 55. Yeah, Princess, 55. Who that took? What up? Sheeta? Boy, Sheeta. Oh, Sheeta, God damn it. Boy, QP in the spot. King Hayes in the spot. Boy, we going, oh, yeah, let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. We already late. It's already 13 in. Sean Jenkins, I'm just trying to get people to catch up. My classroom assistants ain't here. Nerd Nash, what up? Man, Toy, I don't want to hear 55. Toy, I don't want to hear that. 55. 55. Let's go. Let's get to it. First and foremost, we're going to knock this shit out. We getting rid of this early. Because I don't know what the hell this mama thought he was doing. This mama, he's stealing bread and he ain't even finishing his goddamn procedure. I don't know who in their right mind will put their family members remains, their deceased loved ones remains in the hands of this mother. This nigga look like something out of a bad a bad who that? Is it Dame Dash Productions? Tyler Perry production before the DVD Tyler Perry. This nigga here would not be handling no loved ones of mine. This moment look like you know when someone used to be the hot toddy around the way. Then she starts smoking them krills, start crunching, smoking them boogers. You see her, you see her on the train and shit. You're like, oh shit, that was such and such. You know? And then they try to get their shit back together, but they were smoking crack so long that the patches in their head, like, but then you find out that that was a man all along. Yeah. This shit here, I don't even know how they was running a funeral party. Check this out, y'all. We're going to get rid of them, get him out of the way. The funeral home operator accused of stealing a man's estate posted an $800,000 bond this week. Check it. Unique Green, formerly known as Michael Green, is charged in the theft of more than $300,000, forgery, and tampering with a government record. Unique Green. Why the hardest looking individuals who try to transition into a woman like that name Unique? Ain't nothing unique about somebody in transition taking that name. From the first Unique. That was it. That is, y'all trying to make that a catchphrase name for people who got caught in the middle. Ain't nothing unique. No. And I'm hoping that this one don't have knowledge of self. I'm just thinking they use that name because they figure it's a good unicorn name, right? Like Unique. Call Unique. Is that no? No, sir. No. So check it out. Court records accuse Green of stealing more than $2 million in an estate of a man named Lawrence Gammon after he passed away. His family told investigators they called Green's funeral home a community funeral home to handle his after-death care. Documents accuse Green of later forging a will on the man's behalf and stealing his estate, including his home, cars, and investment accounts. You stealing from the dead. Now that's a different type of dastardly, but it's done often. And I'm sure the old phase do that on a regular. Yeah. I'm sure this is a crime that goes unchecked because a lot of people still have, they have an indifference about dealing with that. Even when it comes to family members, they don't want to deal with it. It's hard. You understand? Those who do, they benefit off all of it. First of all, they overcharge for the entire process. They may be in cahoots with hospitals or other health industry related institutions and businesses to do all type of stuff. You understand? Grave robbing, all that. So when I seen him, I said, ain't no way in hell. No way. With that, Mr. Michael Green looked damn near dead himself. And had to look, documents, listen now. After the documents was forged, check this out. People found a will filed in, in Harris County months after the man died, saying that he left, check it out, and this is in quotes, my entire estate to my long-term partner and common law spouse, Unique M. Green, in recognition of her unwavering love, devotion, and support. Why would you do that? Family members gonna know. First of all, don't y'all know that certain government people reach out to next of kin, right? Don't you know that when you get these death certificates, especially the original ones, family members are alerted. Then, and that's next of kin, that's primary family. Then, if any family members was watching the newly deceased while they was sick and going through it, or heard the news and knew that he had bread, they watching. You got people right now that be running your social security number soon as your peoples pass away. Talking about them first cousins, them second cousins. So for him to put long-term partner and common law spouse, man, listen. Check it. The man's family told investigators they had never heard of Green until they contacted him for funeral services. Okay? I don't know why they keep putting her in this news shit. And you're going to see that frequently, right? With everything in class tonight. They keep talking about her. No, sir. And no, media, that is a sir. That's a man. I don't care if you see the fake boobs, right? And that's what you see on the news coming out of the door, breast first, with no shade. This isn't like this is somebody who's made up with the kit and maybe taking pills and trying to change the voice. No, this is a dude with great patchy hair, sounding like Eartha Kitt with a stogie in her mouth. Yeah, well, I did it. Yeah, come on. This is a man, media. Stop playing. Let's continue. Green is also accused of forging documents to obtain a funeral director and embalmer license. Attached to the charging documents are documents investigators say Green submitted to the Texas Funeral Commission, including what appears to be a letter of recommendation from the Air Force Mortuary Affairs Operations, which Green allegedly served. Investigators note in court records that Green did not serve in the armed forces. See, that's crackhead shit. Only crackheads is bold enough to do some shit like that. And initially it works. Why? Because they're a crackhead. Straight up. Crackheads do shit, don't nobody question it. They go to office and file paperwork and all that shit. People looking at me like, oh, they gonna get caught. This shit ain't nothing. And let it go through. And crackheads be rocking for months, years sometime, doing that dastardly shit. Especially if it's a known crackhead in transition. People scared of crackheads. They definitely scared of now later skittle crackheads. They scared to death. Nah, people don't mess with them. They don't, for whatever reason. YN's on the block. You know, yeah. But average people, nah, they scared to they don't mess with them. They don't want no problems. Check it. Green appeared before the judge on Friday for the first time. As part of his bond conditions, he is not allowed to plan any end-of-life services or have any affiliation with an entity that performs end-of-life services. Green and his attorney asked the judge to amend that condition. The prosecutor assigned to the case said that was the crux of the case. When the judge asked the prosecutor if Green is accused of stealing from only one person, the prosecutor replied, so far. Okay, so far. We don't know how many times Unique did this. Okay, ultimately, Judge Jones denied Green's request to amend his bond conditions. Okay, after the hearing concluded, the news reporter, Micah Hatfield, followed Mr. Green to the elevator and asked about the allegations. Originally, Green said, I'm on the news. I'm a celebrity. I'm on the news. Looking wild as... I said, yeah, this shit here, boy. And people talking about, am I going to ever move out of town? Hell no. I'm never leaving the 5 boroughs. I see too much shit like this on the news and in social media. I ain't living next to no shit like that. I'll take the dirty subways, the rats, and the traffic and the crime any day over the that. That can't be no neighbor of mine. How you doing? No, that ain't none of that how I'm doing. Walk your goddamn pet chicken and shit and keep it moving. You know what kind of shit it is? So look, when asked if she knew Gammon, Green said, I don't have anything to say. Get out my face. Green would not answer how he was able to post an $800,000 bond. Okay? Currently, Green is assigned a public defender, which indicates that he ain't got no bread. He's indigent. He broke. Okay? That public defender told Judge Jones that Unique Green told him that he hired an attorney. Green told the judge that he hired an attorney that the hired attorney he hired was not at the court hearing today because the lawyer was in Dallas. Okay, so now the reporter, okay, check it out now. Check it out now. Look now. The reporter said, did you forge those documents? Okay. Did your mother forge them? It said this unique person. Maybe your mama forged them. I'm like, yo, why when you get caught doing some shit like that, you the mad one on the news? You ain't nobody did it but you, right? Check it. The reporter said, where did the bucket of organs come from? Okay? They were for you to eat for lunch, you stupid. And then the elevator closed. Now, this person is out on bond to September. Listen, Houston, lock your doors. Y'all got shit like that running around out there? I wonder why y'all think Jay Prince is the toughest shit in Houston. Yeah, real talk. Maybe your mama forged them. But that's supposed to be a she with Brett. Maybe your... Not only did this person look like, in Brooklyn, when we pass Bedford Ave and Atlantic at the men's shelter, the squeegee men be out there. Not only did Unique Green look like the worst of the squeegee men, nigga had the nerve to have on a scrubs, a printed scrub. Like, hey, you ain't nowhere near transition, homie. You got caught scamming, but you about to live your best life because they going to send your ass to jail. Yeah. Let's see you scam somebody for some commissary. You like playing with deceased people items. Yeah. Send the trans scammer express. Yeah. Send the trans scammer express. Choo-choo. Straight to jail. Foul ass. That's why, again, everybody don't deserve reparations. That shit right there. We supposed to fight for reparations for all, right? And that shit there get reparations. We supposed to move back to Africa united and that shit coming. You stealing from the dead? You can't go back to Egypt and go to the tombs and shit because you'll be stealing shit. The ancestors will zap your ass, thief. I'm telling you. The discussion, the debates are more intense and definitely of higher science because everybody don't deserve shit. Y'all act like everybody is on the same page and one for all and everybody deserve. No, you got shit like that running around. He deserved reparations. Unique Green deserved reparations after he's stealing from the dead. And definitely going to smoke. He going to crunch somewhere because he been doing it. It ain't like he got and stole almost $2 million from this man allegedly and gave it back to the hood. That wasn't going to the hood. No. That was going to the spotty spot. Straight to the spotty spot. It didn't go to no wigs. It ain't go to no new scrubs and no clothes, nothing. That $2 million was going to the spot so he can crunch And that's with anybody that's doing crime. I don't care if they the biggest drug dealer. I don't care if they the largest scammer. They never put none of that stolen money into the hood. They don't. That's why I tell you, we not criminals. Liberators, revolutionaries are not criminals. That's sick mindset. You crunching ass goddamn halfway in transition with a dirty ass pair of scrubs on, talking about, this is for your mama. Get your ass out of here. Let's continue. Yeah, get that out of the way. Yeah, you go. I'm gonna get back to Stephen Williams. Remind me before we close out, because this argument is just dumb. Tired of people begging to go into luxury stores like we supposed to care, and y'all let that shit go viral. That shit out of here. He begging to go in Louis. Louis won't let him in. You dumbass. You done. They getting ready to kick Louis Vuitton out of China, and your ass is begging to get in. Your good photography, your good camera, picture shooting ass, trying to give all your bread back to some. We'll get back to him. Now, where am I going? Either way I go, this shit is going to be disturbing and troubling. Now, I seen everybody, and I got the memo last night about old roly-poly, about old Roland Martin. I had the memo. And everybody that handled it today, everybody went viral. I see Tasha K do it with that other boy. Can't stand that other boy. With the glasses. Yeah. I can't. But they gave each other props. They cross promote. He sat down. I guess he threw her the shit before he went live, cause the rat, the government agent gave him the ball. Yeah. Flock, that's his name, Flacco. Yeah. All right. Listen, she had 8,000 people. 8,000 people in her live. We don't even have 100, right? But we're going to do him more justice. Before we get into him, because we already dressed him down in class. We already talked about old Roland. We already talked about him possibly being sweet. Yeah. We going to get him. Don't worry about it. Before we get to him, let's get to this nasty bastard here. Yeah. Because, see, again, everything is funny until it ain't. Everything is funny until it ain't. Now, black women, y'all have been extra supportive of the now later Skittle population. Extra supportive. And it's not new. Social media makes it seem like it's new. And black men are feeding into that. Like, they just started, they extra. No. They've been supportive of this shit for centuries. Centuries. It's been all good. I already told you. My mom's in her clique, whenever Sylvester was playing at one of the clubs, oh man, they was up in the spot. Not only because it was house, that was the early house music days. That was when the garage was banging and, man, the clubs. Listen, I wouldn't have known, but how was I, a youngin', gonna ever know about somebody like Sylvester if it wasn't for black women supporting them? Now, take it how you want it. Take it how you want it, but it's the absolute truth. Whether you have uncles or brothers or cousins or even sons that find themselves in the mix of identifying, hey, listen, we're not here to bring y'all up on charges. We're just stating the truth. This is class. What social media has done and what commercial rap has done is elevated the support to a level that has been unmatched in our day and time. So this Syndee person, Syndee Star, whatever, I knew the days were coming. I knew it. And not to put fear or talk from a space where we want or wish something to happen, but all of this extra support, you understand? All this extra support is going to backfire. Just like all the extra support of feminism, just like all of the extra support of anything that's a specialized group, that doesn't include everybody for the better, but centers in on a specific behavior, which is just foul. A specific behavior doesn't make you special. It just doesn't. That would be like me going to Congress, right? And saying that stick-up kids should have the right to bear arms in any public building or structure, because we may find something that we like, or we may be able to be in a specific action that saves others' lives, because there's a lot of gun violence going on, and since we are used to it, that we as a habit draw down on people, that we got the right. We should be specialized. Let's move and march for gun rights and access for stick-up kids. That's a behavior. That's not an absolute. You understand? It is a behavior. Sex. What is sex? Sex is a behavior. You understand? Especially how it has proliferated throughout society. Sex is a practice. Some people practice abstinence. You understand? Some people don't believe in it. But it's a behavior. It ain't an absolute right nowhere. But this is what that group, this is what they push for. They push for rights and tolerance, all based on their behavior. Now, whether you believe you was born with it or not, does not negate the fact that that is the only point that you focus on. And people try to shy away from it. But that's it. There's no difference between a straight man and a rainbow skittle now later man, other than what they do in the bedroom. That's it. That's it. So you want one to get more rights than the other? That's insane. What are your contributions to humanity other than what you doing to your grippers? None. Absolutely none. So therefore, when you saw the explosion, because before, it wasn't all that. You didn't know who was doing what. People could assume somebody was in that life, and you could be wrong. Right? You like nobody knew in common basic knowledge what Sammy Davis Jr. was doing, what Luther Vandross was doing, what Freddie Jackson was doing. Nobody knew. Until later on, people kept pressing and prying. And in all reality, ain't nobody give a damn. Ain't know what Teddy Pendergrass was doing, what Johnny Gill was doing. Well, we assumed what Johnny Gill was doing because there was no damn reason for him to be in no Eddie Murphy video with acid wash jeans on. He was too young to be around them. So we was trying to figure out what he doing around Eddie Murphy, a cocaine monster like Rick James with acid wash jeans on. So people was making an assumption, but we still ain't know. You understand? Your behavior does not dictate you to have more or less rights than anybody. But it's been exploding to a point now where they are making the attempt to identify children, to look at a child who can barely read, walk, and understand his world and putting a label, a tag on him. That's insane. But it's been rocking. However, because of the insanity in it and because of the delusion that people really care, that people actually are fearful of them, that delusion creates a pattern where you are performative and sooner or later you're going to slip up because of the imbalance of your ego, your thoughts, and your manifestations of what you claim. You're going to get knocked off. So this is what happens. See this shit here? This is the Syndee thing here. This is going to become prolific because you're going to see a lot of them slipping like that. Okay, check this out. A reality TV celebrity faces multiple felony charges after police arrested him Sunday in connection with an alleged SA of a juvenile at a Hapeville hotel. A juvenile. See, and that is what people concern always is. Not for the adults that choose, but because the behavior and the forced acceptance into the minds of children, that children could be manipulated to become victims. This man, bad enough that we have to worry about children in the care of average adults. We don't know what type of time people on. But when you are already in a space where you are showing and proving that you are different in not only manifestation and how you move, but in belief systems and attitudes. So you're angry. You're depressed, right? You're battling battles and wars in your mind that may not be there, right? That of course, people should be concerned with you around children. History told us we can't trust ourselves around white men. We can't trust ourselves around white clergy. We can't trust ourselves around police because they may Abner Louima you. We already have concerns. But in our community, they have demonized us for having concerns over women and children in the presence of somebody who we don't know what type of time you on. As a man appearing as a woman, or a woman strapped up trying to be a man, we don't know what type of time you on. And it's not that we have the time to figure it out. People are making sure that themselves and their family are safe. So for me, it's no difference. It's no difference. I don't trust mine around white folk. That don't mean I'm fearful. Nah. You understand? So y'all have to shed that anxiety around telling them who they are. Listen, I don't care about none of that shit. What you do with your grippers, you do. What you do with them, you do. It's it. I'm checking you for what you're not doing. You're not standing tall with us. You don't give back to the community. What are you doing? Damn what you do in the privacy of your own bed. What are you doing when it comes to being out here? That's it. And that's where we have a difference. That's it. So now, check it. Syndee Favors, who also goes by Syndee Starr, was taken into custody following an incident at the Embassy Suites in the 3400 block of International Boulevard. Police charged Favors with sodomy, sexual battery against a child under 16, and aggravated child molestation as a result of the investigation. Now, sodomy could be either way. Sodomy could have been Syndee Starr busting the grippers of this teenager, right? Or, and I believe they would have said it, forcible sodomy, which means you took this little teen and made the teen perform oral on you. And if that's the case, that means that the lie that he's been telling, that because he's been connected to all these celebrities, that Eddie Winslow, what's his name, Darius, paid for the surgery, which you were saying that back in 2014. We don't know if you had the surgery or not, but we do know now because you're in jail with the men's. Yeah. So that means you still got that. So we don't know what the sodomy charge is. You see? It's not that anybody, as he claimed in several interviews, was hateful on the trans community because of this and that. No. There's lying consistently. Okay? Egotistical, narcissistic, right? Antisocial behaviors, right? All of that leads up to people not wanting to be around you. And shit like this. Okay? Favors remains held in the Fulton County Jail as authorities move forward with the case. Okay, according to law enforcement, the investigation has officially been turned over to the Fulton County District Attorney's Office for prosecution. The specific details surrounding the allegations have not been made public by law enforcement because this case involves a juvenile. No additional information will be released from our agency. This is crazy. Okay? Now, they're saying Syndee Starr is a transgender model. That's what they're saying. We can see the breast augmentation But that doesn't make you a transgender until you got your eggplant knocked off. So I don't know why they keep putting that in there and putting she. This is what is off about the whole movement and the support of it. Now, I'm telling you, it's been going on for decades, centuries. But Obama's the one that blew it wide open, right? Wide open. Not saying that other presidents wasn't supportive of it. Very supportive of it. Okay? Obama just happened to put pen to paper. But they've been pushing for this for a long time now. Yeah. So he opened the floodgates and everybody clapping. Especially BET and BET programming. Especially Bravo and Bravo programming, who never shows heterosexual black men in a good light. However, the now later Skittles are every black woman's best friend. Every black woman who they push in front of your face as successful, even though their businesses is bankrupt and shit, but to create this image to push on the masses, that's who their best friend is. And it was not only tolerated and exaggerated, it was glorified. It was glorified. Okay? That's what it was. So now, y'all can't be mad. Y'all can't be mad. But again, they do that because, well, I got a cousin, my nephew, my son. But look at what happens. This juvenile, this teen that was allegedly abusing somebody's child too. So just like y'all don't call out your gangbanging ass sons when they wetting up the block, y'all don't never come into the community and say, yo, damn, one of ours did some bullshit. That person need to be canceled. Y'all don't say that. This Syndee been lying from day one. Ruined the boy Chingy career. Lied. In a time when you couldn't even dare to have that tag on you. Ruined him. Everybody believed this person. And when a person came out, when Sydney Starr came out, right? Huh? And said I lied, nobody believed him. So Favors is a transgender model who built a notable career in entertainment. Really? The television personality has appeared on several programs including Baddies ATL, Star, and Empire, none of which was pushed in au-fait households. White folk don't know and don't care to unless they into that, right? The bagel meisters and the bankers, they like that. They rock with these people straight like that because they believe that when you engage in activity, right, with one of them, is not breaking any marital vows because in all reality, that's a man. I'm hipping y'all to something. I'm telling y'all certain religions that want to dominate the world, okay, that want to dominate the world, believe that. Yeah, that you could be married. Yeah, that you could be married and you are not violating your marital vows because you done went in the grippers of a person in transition. You understand? I'm telling you. Now, Earlier in Sydnee's career, he attracted widespread attention after falsely claiming he had been romantically involved with rapper Chinny, right? Starr later retracted the story and publicly apologized, acknowledging that the claim was fabricated, right? No additional information about the juvenile has been released, and the police have not disclosed whether Starr has entered a plea or obtained legal representation. Now, they've been, listen, they've been, check this shit out now, going at this Syndee Starr person because there's consistent lies. Consistent. Sway Lee, yeah, Shorty from Ray Shrimmer, yeah, cut it off real quick. Nah, we ain't gonna play them games. Designer, yeah, the Brooklyn, yeah, Designer, yeah. And we know Darius McCray was back and forth with rumors of engagements and kissing and all that. You understand? You dig? Yeah, that's what they've been doing. Lying consistently. Lying about having an operation. Anything to stay in the mix. Now, you want to stay in the mix. Why? Because it makes you famous. And when you're famous, you can get into certain spots. When you get into those spots, then you can act out and people won't peep you. That's just what it is. So all of that acting out, claiming to be with specific men in the industry could have been a front to get to the kids. Now, I would put money that this team, that these allegations are about, ain't no little Ofe team. I'll tell you that. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. Because even in the delusion of Mr. Favors believing that Syndee Starr is really who he is, he ain't dumb enough to run up in no Ofe child behind. I guarantee you that. Guarantee you that. So now, since our community has grown tolerant of this foolishness, and I'm talking about, I don't care who or where you from, you've seen it. They had DC gangs full of trans teens with hammers clapping people. Gangs, DC, trans, all of them. With hammers. Straight like that. You understand? It's a tolerance for no other reason. For no other reason than because of how they present. That's the tolerance. And it doesn't come from us. It don't come from heterosexual black men. Again, that is a space where our voice is forever silent on. Don't say that. That's your cousin. Don't say that. That's your son. Don't say. You understand? Forced. Like, yo, you can't. So, can't say nothing about that. We can't say nothing about your stinking ass attitude consistently. Don't tell us, what we can and can't do around O-Face. So again, you create a space where heterosexual black men have to stand down to everything. No voice, no representation. which is why so many implode and start doing dumb shit. Because they want you to grow in an area where all type of bullshit is going on, and you just supposed to turn your head, have blind eye to it, but still produce for everybody in it. That is not healthy. It is not healthy, and is not conducive to men who really should be fighting against everybody in the world who's making an attempt to oppress anyone. Salute, Andrea. Much appreciation for the war effort. 62 minutes in. First one, other than the super chat. You understand? That's where we at with it. That's where we at with it. But I was here, shirt off, playing with my balls. You understand? Talking about ratting and snitching. There'll be thousands of people up in this chat. If I was to play victim, the woe is me black man, crying, but when you see that strong, guard body, fearless, I keep telling y'all, nobody wants to be aligned with that until it's too late. And it's almost going to be too late, because that's when we fall back and sit and say, oh, take care of it. You take care of it. Oh, the Israelis is coming, huh? Take care of it. Oh, the Ukrainians is at your door. Take care of it. Yeah. Yeah. The lack of support of your soldiers is what makes them say, you know what, I'm out. That's what it is. So we're going to do what we do. But I'm going to call it what I call it. Disgusting. You understand? Disgusting. And I dare the community not to speak out on it. I dare them not to speak out on it. Especially if he goes to trial and is found guilty. See, it's all fun. It's funny, right? To have grown-ass men in goddamn tight-ass leather hot pants and thongs with heels on, running around Atlanta, housewives and all this shit. Right? It was fun when Syndee was talking about, I done dealt with a lot of dudes and don't discuss nothing. It ain't nobody's business to tell them who I am. That shit is funny, right? For Cardi B to say, yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, we was having, thinking that they was gonna have a nice little threesome, but I sick the trans on them. This shit is funny, right? So while y'all was giggling and chuckling, keep the giggles and chuckles now that this, allegations has happened against this 14, 15-year-old. Keep laughing at it. It's funny. It's funny. I told, man, 15 years ago, 20 years ago in the book I told you. That is a sickness. When a black woman can see somebody performative representing her, and she's tolerant and appreciative of it, that's a sickness. That's a sickness. I would never be cool with an old faith presenting as God. Fuck out of here. And we got beef. Nigga, you ain't me. You understand? You ain't me. You gotta look at that and see, why are you so tolerant of it? Who, like Malcolm said, who taught you how to hate your hair, how to hate your eyes, the color of your skin, your nose? Who taught you that? Yeah, it's all fun. And I hope they keep that picture of Mr. Syndee Favors with the makeup and the wigs, the transition, the shape shifting. I hope they keep that picture with the sex worker t-shirt on for the duration of whatever's going to happen in court. Sex worker. And as a sex worker, what would you have any business doing around a teen? That's your title. Video, vixen, transgender, sex worker. Why are you around a child? But that community not going to call him out on that. But you about to live your best life. Yeah, get convicted of them charges. You going to be right where you want to be. Right? Living your best life. Right? It's funny. Yeah, everything is funny. Games and shit. Clapping and shit. Huh? Wilding out. Wild out. Wow. How many times was Syndee on Wilding Out? It's fun and games, right? Until it's... And I guarantee you, this ain't the only kid. I guarantee you that shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yup. Sex worker. Yeah, keep that t-shirt on. Darius, you gonna bail him out? Uh-huh. We'll see. We'll see. Okay now. Yeah. I already know what it is. 70 minutes in, I already know what it is. The third of the month. I already know what it is. Trust it. Yo, Tay, when I tell you, man, listen. All I can say, Tay, is we're going to be up to our necks in melanated corpses. I'm telling you. So you have to already have that in your mind, that they're just not going to make it. That our community here on the poor part of the planet, on this corporation, are going to see more casualties than Rwanda, Palestine, Cuba, Liberia, okay, Botswana, all together. They're going to slaughter. Just be ready. Frankie Fierce, much appreciation for the war effort. Just be ready. Because they still, in 2026, think this is a joke. You dig? Now, we got to go here now. Oh, man. And when I tell you I hate fraternity ass dudes, I hate them. Can't stand them. Not all, but the majority. There's some good dudes. There's some good dudes. Where the women? Women not going to be here. I'm telling you. People have again, grown intolerant of my message. You didn't see a whole bunch of women coming to Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad's rallies. You didn't see that. You didn't see women coming to Malcolm X's speeches. Y'all would believe that. That's what y'all want to believe. But in his prime, if he wasn't in a Nation of Islam space, ain't no women was running around talking about no Malcolm X in his heyday. They were still sniffing and shooting dope. They were trying to get into the old phase world. They don't want to hear this shit, what I'm saying. They don't want to see the work that I'm doing. I'm telling you, Betty Shabazz was in the streets. She was running around. She left Malcolm X 3 times. So if your wife grows intolerant of the work and the message, what do you think the masses do? Black women want to be comfortable in oppression. How you think they still chasing luxury brands and titles? They want to be comfortable. As long as they not in the fields, they good. And if you in the field with them, they want you to do the most. They're not coming here and supporting this. Crazy? Ask Tasha K where the women at. Take a certain type, man. Asada dead. Winnie is dead. You gotta be built like that to want to hear this. I tell you, if I was running around the stage talking like Dave Chappelle to me, I'd pull my balls out. They'd be here every night. Now, old Roland Martin, man, I told y'all a while ago. This ain't nothing new to me. I see the signs. Any melanated black man that talk finance, that talk Democrat, that talking vote, that talking fraternity, they as suspect as any other old fay to me. Black man that talk like that sounds like white man. And I look at every white man as suspect. Every one of them suspect to getting something ran through their grippers. I don't believe none of them is straight. Not the one of them. They gotta prove that shit to me. White men always have that on it. Because I know they in the bestiality and all type of weird shit. So when you black and you represent and you want to force your way in the white world, your grippers is compromised. You'll do anything to go up in that shit. Anything. Anything. Here we go. I don't want to be addressing that shit. I'm glad C Blades is up in the spot. I see you, C Blades. Some people get up out of here immediately. Boyce Watkins been riding and thinking that he couldn't see me. Man, listen, with this mere 131 in the live, I'm doing more than him. He tell him, get the hell, he been fell off. I've been rocked on his shit for a long time. Several times. You better go, I got you up out of here, but you could go do the YouTube search and see how many times I was on Fly Nubian Queen. Jealous of who? Jealous of who? Shit, y'all better Google my name and YouTube it and see other spaces. Anytime I've been on any other platform, them numbers skyrocket. Jealous. Out here, I'm jealous of somebody who wants to be white. Not the king. I'm God, Cypher Divine. You crazy? Now, let's get to old Roland. I told y'all he was sweet. All that dancing and shit. Wearing them long robes with thongs on. I told y'all that shit. So when I got the memo and I heard the whispers of what was about to come out, I said, I'm not gonna bring that to class. We got bigger shit. But what happens is spirals. It rolls down the hill. It starts gaining moss. Okay? I told y'all about them fraternities. We just spoke about them. Grinding on each other on stage. Doing that shit for what? Who choreographs that? Who puts that in the script? Who puts that in the script? That is funny for black men to act feminine. Who says that's the way to win a step show or to have a hilarious comedy bit or to get a movie to go #1? Who writes that? Who wants that? Of course, we've been conditioned to say, oh yeah, it's funny because we know how off balance it is. So when Flip Wilson was doing Geraldine, you understand? From Martin and doing Shanae, from all that, Tyler doing Medea. Yeah, it's funny because it's so off kilter. But it ain't so funny when it's real life. When you're looking at this person, say, yo, hold on. Now, Rolly don't present like that. But I told y'all, something is weird about an individual who moves like that, who speaks like that, who consistently speaks down on black men who are not in certain organizations, who are not frats, who are not Democrats, who don't believe that this system is for us. They try to make you seem so minimal. To me, that's suspect. It always has been. But the main thing for me, when I look at him, I always say, damn, son got some shit on his shoulders that's coming out of his neck. This body part here on him, yo, that shit is enormous. When you got something that brolic coming up from the top of your neck, something ain't right. He can't put a dollar cap on. He can't put a wool cap on. They don't have wool caps that fit that shit. He can't put on no fucking snapback, none. That shit like this. So I know brothers like that have a hard time. They ain't writing exact. Cause that shit just is stupendous. I can't even think. I would have to have a thesaurus to give a description of that. That is just granite. That's meaty. That shit is like a big retarded citrus fruit from overseas. Like, what are them shits called? Pomelo. That shit is like, it's just, ain't no brother like that ready for war. Nah, Cypher. That shit is, man. Of course you gonna bark that. You can't do nothing else. Nothing. Nothing. Not a cantaloupe. Not a grapefruit. Them pomelo. Whatever them big shit. What is it? Pomelo? What's the name of them shits? Stupendous. That shit is like an irregular fruit. So, of course, shit is sus. Now, I didn't know homie was Haitian all this time. I didn't know until recently. When Sizzle Lips started with the FBA and they was having their little words and back and forth and a lot of that, I didn't know that. I damn sure didn't know until it started coming through. And then I guess he disclosed it because, again, I don't follow these cats like that. So now, these are the things that led up to this allegation. It's not even an allegation. Look, Martin was born in Houston, Texas. The same place, right, where this crackhead trans funeral director person, pre-trans, is working, home with Jay Prince and all this, right? His maternal great-grandparents had migrated from Haiti to Louisiana. So we know Louisiana. We know that baby be kissing Lil Wayne. We know the brother wear them shoes. We know Big Frida. And we know it's a lot going on in Louisiana. Tyler Perry said he had very abusive things happen to his young self in Louisiana. So Roland we can't say that he escaped any of that. No. Because when you in the hood like that and your shit is like this, adults take notice. Man, damn, what's the matter with that child is mature. Like, imagine Roland Martin at 3 and 4 years old with that shit like this. Yeah. He looks mature. They probably had him in a shirt and tie going to church at 6 years old. Bullshit, you not. You're like, damn, who's shorty going to church? Hard, good shoes, a shirt and a tie, and that shit just ran. Going to sing hymns and shit. Because he did excellent in school. He wasn't in the streets. Nah, somebody knocked his head off. He wasn't in the streets. Look, he graduated with a bachelor's of science in journalism from Texas A&M, a master's degree in Christian communications from Louisiana Baptist University. He's a life member of the National Association of Black Journalists, a life member of Alpha Phi Alpha, and a member of Sigma Pi Phi. He wasn't in no streets. That shit like this was in church from 6 years old. He's a coming. Yeah, he hears me. He's one of them. So when he is disparaging in his talk, when it comes to other black men, we know why. We know why. He has some things going on. They sending your ass to church with a tie on and you 6, you're not going to grow up right and exact. You're not. You're going to have issues. So I couldn't because I was listening to all the other platforms. So I heard that the pictures, the videos, that they can't show it because of the allegations. And his team, his lawyer said if anybody showed any of the actual footage that they was going to get sued. So the only thing I could do for my class, I always give my class a good visual. Either I talk and y'all can hear it and y'all can form the picture in your mind, or I can give a picture like I do. But I was running out of ink, so you see my pictures were suspect, right? You know what? Yeah. I had to go in the stash. I had to go into the war effort and get some ink because I didn't want y'all to mistake the picture for tonight's class. So get your screen recordings right now because this is what they said. There's allegations that there's a film video of Roly Poly getting his grippers played in by by a woman who is not even supposed to be in contact with him. I don't know what that means. They're saying that since he is on some civil rights, democracy, fraternity, Martin Luther King type vibe, that he's not supposed to be connected to hood women. This chick, this chick is supposed to be somebody that streams from the hood. Whatever that means. We all from the hood. You can't shake the hood. Where do you think you going? White folk in the hood. So I don't understand that conversation, but they tried to place him somewhere and place her somewhere else. Damn it. When it comes to sexual behavior and what you like and what you want and what you gonna find it. Like Dr. Umar found it with Suki. Yeah, your sister Suki. It just is. Why do y'all think that because men have a specific intelligence and they push a belief system and have certain positions that they don't get a little tinkle in their scrotum when they see a fat butt or a sister performing and shaking and that has nothing to do with your appetite. Nothing. You understand? Y'all gotta hear me out. All great men have an appetite. We don't know all of the types of appetites, but they do. John F. Kennedy Jr., one of the most prestigious and exalted old fays that ever touched this land outside of George Washington and maybe Abraham Lincoln and maybe FDR. JFK was a stone-cold freak. JFK had to have a different woman every night or every day, or else he would get physically sick. Physically sick if he didn't get a new piece of honey. And that's documented. I've read several biographies and autobiographies on JFK. And he was a dope fiend. It doesn't take away from his prestige. Not at all. Old Billy Jeff, y'all call him President Clinton. I call him Billy Jeff. Yeah, William. Billy short for William. Jeff is short for Jefferson. Old Billy Jeff had to get doomed in the damn Oval Office. Quick. Yeah. Freak. That's just what it is. Okay? Stop trying to... and old Martin Luther King, we. Yeah, old Martin. Listen, stop doing that, especially to black men. Okay? I'm telling you, you see what old Dr. Umar too. If y'all think Suki ain't get up in them grippers, man, that's all she talk about. You think old Jermaine ain't? Yeah, boy, yeah. She done handled Jermaine. He was smiling it. He still smile ear to ear when somebody bring that name up. That means she done tapped that grip up. So now, a lame like Roland Martin, he don't have a shot against some fine extra large with the hiney flesh, yeah, he don't have a shot. Them chicks that's still in the hood, he has no defense. Cause he been wanting chicks from the hood since he was a 6-year-old with a shirt and tie in church. Yeah, that's where it started. He didn't just start this. He been wanting that. An opportunity struck and he got it. Now, I can't show, because I don't have the footage, but I can give you a picture, okay? So you can get the idea. Now, they said that this chick is from the hood and old Roly got with her. So we're going to put a picture so you can get the idea. This is what was going on. This is the chick from the hood that got the tapes of Roly. This is Roly. See, he met her at wherever he met her at a function. You see him dancing and see him looking at that hiney. She already knew that he wanted that hiney. Yeah, she already knew that. So she got up on him and was hollering at him. And when he went to the crib, he couldn't stay away from that. But from what they saying on the video, he was laid out on the bed. See, laid out. Now they said when Roly was laid out on the bed, she was in them grippers. They said she was in the grippers 1, 2, 2 or 3 digits in his grip. Gave him, boy, they said, yo, listen, nah, listen, y'all not getting it, Frank V. Roly Martin. Yeah, that's him. Was laying out on the bed, arms stretched out, waiting. Like that. Now, man, listen. I don't know what she did. I don't know what the conversation was on the dance floor, but I know he ended up like this. That's what they said. Now, I did not see, and I'll repeat again, I didn't see the video. I have no wants to really see it, but I know what I heard. And they said he was laid out like this, arms stretched out, leg cocked, and she had them digits. Now, she's not a doctor. They said she's a round-the-way girl that do streaming from around the way. So she ain't checking his colon. But we don't know if he told her to do it or she did it on her own. But I know white dudes do that. Yeah, them old fay boys, I think they call it milking the colon. Now again, to each his own. To each his own. But when you end up like this, and it ain't no 69 or nothing going on. If you laying out like this, and she's using, now, mind you, they didn't say she had on no glove. They ain't say she had no lubricants. They ain't say there was no baby oil in the picture. None of that. They said, man, that she was having a time in his grippers. Now, again, what people like. We can't make fun. We can't take points away from him for that. That's what that man like. You get it? That's what he like. So what? But now, the problem is, Roly's married. Yeah. So you stepping out, and again, like I always tell y'all in class, y'all don't know people's marriage. Mad people didn't even know Roly here was married. They didn't know that. So how do you end up like this in another woman's man boudoir, in another woman's presence, and like you vulnerable, Rolly, you vulnerable to a freak. Yeah. Because then you can see right here, when you look like that and you hook up with something like that, she got to be a freak. Don't no woman like that supposed to be around. No Palmello, none of that. How? You know she a freak. A different kind of sexual deviant. That's them demon women that you just state you not supposed. You can't match that energy. They don't go for dudes like that. But you found yourself vulnerable. You did. You found yourself in that position, Rolly. And not only in that position, you, check it now, allow her to give your hiney happy endings. That's what people are trying to clown you for. Well, they're not trying. This shit been all over the net for just today. And now it's tomorrow. I particularly don't find nothing funny. I think he was in a space where he was enjoying himself, and he just didn't know that in this day and age, cameras is always on. And that's how these broads operate. You go with somebody, your ass gonna end up on Twitter. That's just what type of time they on nowadays. Broads is hiding cameras in their cribs, all type of weirdness. You know? So maybe it was new for him. But I doubt it. Because if it's a brand new situation, she wouldn't have been able to have you like this. She wouldn't have been able to do that if this was new. You've been getting down like this, Rolly. This is not a manly position at all. Unless it's a 69 involved, unless it's some reverse cowgirl or cowgirl. You don't, nah, son. You can't be like this and somebody is manipulating your grippers. No, sir. No, sir. No. So I don't know what the wife gonna do after this. But oh, Rolly, you cannot come on social media. Is he still on TV or is his platform strictly social media, YouTube and all? You can't come on YouTube telling us about the Iran conflict and voting in the Democratic Party without explaining this, sir. Oh, no. Sir, you haven't made a statement yet, but you got to... I'm not going to say that. I'm not. He don't owe nobody no explanation. He don't. He like what he like. He like what he like. He never gave us any type of explanation or apology at any time. The only time he ever apologizes to white folk. Remember? Check this out. Roland Martin, the CNN commentator who was suspended by the cable news outlet earlier this month for a pair of homophobic tweets he sent out during this year's Super Bowl, has received a thumbs up From the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation, GLAD, for his on-air apology on Sunday. See, he apologized to them. Tay, where you at, Tay? He apologized to GLAD. GLAD had earlier called for Roland to be fired because of some tweets. He apologized to them. He don't apologize to us. You know how many things he said disparagingly about black men and people? Do you understand that? Tay, these types don't never apologize to us. Right? Nah. So he ain't got to apologize to us for this. This ain't got nothing to do with us. They say she went up to the knuckle. Who was we talking about? That just went up to the knuckle. Who was we talking about? Somebody just did that. A couple of classes ago. Who Anyway, during his quote-unquote perspective segment on his show, Washington March, Roland Martin recalled his February 14th meeting with GLAD over the tweets. Martin characterized the meeting as helpful and said that he's sympathetic to many of GLAD's stances, right? Quote unquote, ironically, I have historically supported many of the issues important to the GLAD agenda, such as ending don't ask, don't tell policy, gay adoption, and including gays in hate crime laws. Those folks are facts. You dig? He went on to note that he believes all people have a right to be heard. If you're gay or straight, your voice matters. If you are a pastor or activist, your voice matters, Martin said. I have no plan to abandon my goal as a truth teller on a variety of issues, and yes, that includes those that may be on the LGBT agenda. I am confident that this table can serve as an example of Dr. King's table of brotherhood, and I and this excellent team will do all we can to advance the dialogue so we can learn, grow, and prosper together. See, that's what they do. That community makes them fold, but nobody folds to us. So now what's her name? Shamika, whatever this child name is, her actions is not going to make him fold to us. He ain't got to explain to us why she had fingers deep in his brownness. That ain't for us to. It's not. My thing is, why you always come at black folk? He was so adamant in the Tuskegee shit the other day. He said that there are certain standards that black people must follow, and do-rags and bonnets and stuff like that on campus. That's not a standard. Her name is Shakola. Her name Shakola? Okay, Shakola. He ain't gotta apologize. You ain't gotta apologize. Y'all was having adult fun. Shakola. I wonder if I could get Shakola on Instagram and do a live with me. Cause I know that wasn't an act of disrespect. I know that. I just want to know, did she initiate or did he ask her for that because he got a wife? Where's the wife? Maybe I could get the wife on Instagram. Or maybe I could, because you can have more than one people on your live still on IG, right? Maybe I can have both of them and we can speak. Because whatever the act is, it doesn't diminish his work. It doesn't. And that's what we got to stop. Betty Shabazz said Malcolm wasn't intimate enough for her. He wasn't knocking it down. Does that take away from who our brother was? Nah. No. They wasn't compatible in that space. She had a behavior that became her character and who she was, and wasn't no Shahada, wasn't no Quran or nothing going to shift that behavior for her. Some people are settled in it. You can't fault Malcolm for that. He loved who he loved. And again, I want to believe that it was arranged. I have to go back to see exactly how they met. Because if she was in the streets, okay, that's not, I keep telling y'all, that's never a diss on the man. You can't control people. People want to be together. They're going to be together. But we're in a space where y'all believe that because a man has a certain moral fabric, certain principles, he voices and he moves a certain way, that he's not human. However, the old phase is busting everybody grippers, from they women and they kids to black men and black women and they kids to the goddamn sheep and the sheep kids, and y'all give them the utmost respect. But y'all demonize black men for liking musty box. If a black man says he like pussy, oh no, this is what? Like what is that? When did that become the go-to response to heterosexual men loving women? So if Roland was doing it, at least it was Shakola. At least it was Shakola. And wasn't Syndee Starr. Because then that's a whole different conversation. Whole different conversation if Syndee Starr got him like that. Yeah. 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 Man, it's a whole different conversation. Ooh-wee. Mr. Johnson, leave Shakola Knuckles alone. We don't know what's going on with her and her knuckles. Leave her knuckles alone, okay? Yeah, that's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do. All right? Yeah. I don't want no beef. Yeah, I don't want any beef. Nah. Because if she was bold enough to do that to somebody with this shit coming off the top of his neck, man, that's a brave woman. Because, damn it, if she moved wrong and he didn't appreciate it, and he hit her with that shit there, ooh, wee. Talking about speed nut? Shit. Let that man, let that man, that's about all he got. That's about all he got. He ain't got to fight. He ain't got to tussle too long. If he get in close proximity and hit you with this shit, oh man. old Palmetto, irregular fruit head ass. Yeah. I don't know about y'all. I never seen him in no hat. Ever. It's like them Koreans, them South Koreans. You ever seen them with a hat? I'm serious. All winter, no hat. They can't wear dollar cap. They can't put on a Scully and shit. Hell no. And I've been around them for years. They've been in our hood for years. They've been selling us sneakers. I mean, since they was giving away 3 pair of socks with every box of sneakers we bought, we get 3 pairs of socks. They've been in our community since the 70s selling us shit. And I never seen one of them with a Scully. Not the mama, not the kids, none of them. South Korean shit is like this. Heavy. Hard shit. You just, damn, son. You just gotta really look at it. See, people don't, I observe people. I don't know about y'all. I just don't walk aimless and just look. I'm dead in people's face. I'm looking at their energy, their body movements. That's how I know most old faces homely as hell. Homely. Like, damn. But yo, them South Koreans? Roland might be more than Haitian. He might have a little South Korean in. Because I ain't never seen no, I'm telling you. I'm in Little Haiti right now. And I don't see none of them running around with no shit like that, like Rolly. No. Some of them be having some shit. They do be cemental. Yeah. Yeah, they do be little granite. Yeah, but not like that. Not like that. Who the same age? Me? Listen. All I gotta say is, we'll see where this is going. Again, that doesn't take away from his work, from his intelligence. I'm saying he's just like somebody playing around his colon. It is what it is. It is what it is. We was born in the same year. Well, I keep telling people I only can attribute my parents on what I don't do. Right? I never smoked. I stopped drinking when I left the service. I don't eat red meat. I don't drink soda. I work out. And I love hip hop. I believe that hip hop is something that will never allow one to age unless you do some of the other stuff. That's it. And I don't believe in stressing myself over attaining measures of success that our oppressors put it in front of us. So I don't give a fuck about, excuse me, my language, but I ain't getting no bread off of this anyway. I don't care about a credit score at all. Not in the least. I don't care about no enormous amounts of paper unless we knee deep in war and I got troops to feed. You understand? And I have to make sure that the army is moving and running. I don't care about, I don't want, listen, I'm not owning shit that's going to uphold what this corporation is. I'm not feeding into the corporation. So I don't wear worry and stripe. I've seen young dudes that I know I'm 10, 12, 14 years older looking terrible because they believe in shit outside of themselves. They measure themselves and they allow people around them to pressure them to want different trinkets. That's what I call them. House, I don't care if you got 2 or 3. Them shits is trinkets. When you die and your muscles relax and you getting rigor mortis, your shit, you gonna smell like the same dead person that we've been smelling for centuries. When you dead, that house ain't going with you, the car, the jewelry, whatever, you gone, you out of here. You out of here. That shit don't mean nothing. Nothing. Bye, you gone. And whoever happens to receive it, that shit gonna be going from them too. My thing is, what is my energy going to say to humanity? You understand? Can I spark liberation? Can I spark knowledge of self? Can I show people by example what it means to be a man striving for his freedom? A car not gonna get me that. Jewelry ain't gonna get me that. That shit is trinkets and a distraction. That's it. Let me wear people's merch. Let me support people's creative ability. Let me believe in others who say, yo, listen, I know I can do it. Yo, you're right, you can do it. I believe you. Now do it. Now do it. So that's what keeps me young and youthful. That's it. That's it. I believe in others. I don't give a fuck what you say your dream is. Let's go. I believe in it. Let's get to it. But when you come here, you got to support my dream. You're not going to misuse me. I'm not going to give you all the support. You don't support me. And my dream ain't got nothing to do with nothing but taking the old faith up off of this planet. I don't give a fuck where they go. I want to push their ass into the next existence. Quick. Simple. If you ain't ready for that, then you in the wrong class. I'm not bullshitting. That's my dream. Liberation and freedom. The ability to live out to our fullest potential can't be done in oppressive conditions. You got to get them up out of here. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. They got to go. So playing in each other grippers ain't going to do that. They ain't going to do it. Going up under the knife ain't going to do that. That ain't going to do that. That ain't got nothing to do with it. That's your own personal shit. I don't have time for personal shit. As a veteran, I learned what teamwork is. I don't have time for your personal bullshit that is stagnating us as a nation. Just that simple. So, dudes like Roland is a dime a dozen. Because they ain't striving for shit. They not. And Syndee Starr wasn't striving for shit. He wanted to be in little kids' butt. And now he going, the old is going to deal with him for that. Hopefully that ain't nobody family member. It's just that simple. So again, could keep playing and be not supporting of this class. Acting as if you're giving so much just sitting here. That inactivity, that sitting, I don't look for that. I don't care. I don't look for that. Let's move. Let's go. Let's strategize. Let's put plays together and get them up out of here. Because you can't fool me. I know what it looks like. I know what true support look like. I'm telling you, I got people on a fixed income that can't move, that donate every day, whether they're in class or not. And they know who I'm talking about. And others who are up and never gave shit. I know what it's like on all sides here. I can't be fooled. I know what it is. I'm telling you. I'm not Malcolm. I'm not Martin. I'm not none of that. I learned from that. They had peoples in their camp that allowed them to get their head knocked off. I'm not that. Won't rock me to sleep. And you won't embarrass me. Come on. Roland can't be embarrassed. Nah. He can't be embarrassed. He enjoyed himself. From what they saying. From what they saying. He got to come out. He got to admit to it. And get it over with. So what? That's all he got to say. When he's in a woman's company, he prefers that, that she strokes him there. That's all he got to say. And it's back to work. End of story. That's it. But you come out here front and row. You come out here on your bullshit. Man. Boy, you're going to be the laughing stock. Because I'm going to definitely bring your ass back to class. You and Shakola going to be right back in class. You see that? We see you looking at that hiney, Roly. And that's how you got caught with this. And ended up like this. All on social media. So, keep playing. And y'all keep playing too. Keep not supporting. And y'all gonna figure it out. It ain't no reason or excuse. Okay? So again, much appreciation for y'all coming to class tonight. Make sure y'all come back to class with all 10 fingers and 10 toes. Okay? Safely. Especially if you're driving, if you're moving around. Be safe out here. Okay? Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Remember, don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. Guard your mind. Guard your mind, because that's what they after. Watch your grippers. Keep your britches up, because some of them want your grippers. Keep your britches up. I'm saying, you see what happened to Roly? Keep your britches up. Okay? Yeah. Remain militant. We may have early class today. Okay? Yeah, we may do it again so I could get on David Banner. Because I'm trying to figure out how he permed out. How he revert to like a pimp when Nolan Wells on his watch in his town. But that come from a couple of months ago, everybody talking about, woo, how fine David Banner is. And the movies and the acting. And he talking about, I got to do me. You see what doing him is? A young boy died in the water. And man, and no statement, no standing with the family, no movement. You on stage like a pimp getting permed out. Ooh wee. Yeah, make it make sense. He's so chocolatey and fine and articulate and create. Keep it up. Yeah, because I ain't fine. That descriptive never came to me. Yeah, I don't act either. Nah. But we're going to see who's more of an asset. When them goddamn pigs come knocking at y'all door. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so, again, much appreciation to my classroom assistants for always holding me down the way y'all do. To those who donated to the war effort, much appreciation. To those who didn't, we see you. That's what we gonna say. Okay? Yeah, we see you. Yeah, and 55 gang.